Welcome to your weekly program, BelAhdan, a show with an accent for those without one. I got an email about a week ago, a couple of weeks ago, about someone asked me about what do you mean by that tagline, a show with an accent for those without one. Actually, what we meant by that is our show is really targeting mainstream audience, not a niche show or trying to lecture people about Arab Muslim culture or immigrant culture. It was just a show talk about mainstream issues, but with an accent, with a twist. And TV series, the hit fifth season now, I think comes on U.S. network, cable, and that series is full of racist, oversimplification, looking at Arab and Muslims as if they were like out of this planet, creatures, strange, dangerous, and it really disheartening to see that kind of racism and that kind of propaganda on the media, and it won awards. And that means it's been supported by a system of business, media, establishment, and audience that love to hear all sorts of racist things about Arab and Muslim nowadays. It seems like this show was exposed by their own demise, their own ignorance, their own racist attitude, that all Arabs are the same. So they invited some artists from Arab street artists to add some authenticity to the show when they were taking some, a scene of Zor, it's supposed to be in some Arab city. They want to put some Arab script on the wall, so they invited some artists to put any scripts, just give it authenticity. And I think one time they have Hebrew script on a scene that was supposed to take place in Syria. So obviously they're very artificial, and they don't search or research what they're doing. Is just stereotyping. And those Arab artists, they really had a different plan, a different agenda, and they troll that show by writing Arabic script that really describe what they feel, how they feel about this show. Was Homeland is racist, Homeland show is a joke and whatnot. They didn't even bother to understand those Arab scripts and what that means, and they are not even responding to calls to explain why this took place and how they react about it. Obviously, they were the joke of the whole world, social media and other media, New York Times, CNN, NBC, all those network now that talking about this calamity and this incident. Those Arab artist street, I tip my hat to them. Heba Amin, when I know Heba, she was a resident here of Minnesota. She's an Egyptian. Studying visual arts in American University in Cairo, and she is really acclaimed artist. She was part of that group that let those network races know how ignorant they are and how the villains. They portray themselves as victims. The Americans are victims of terrorism after 9/11. We are victims in Afghanistan. We are victims in Iraq, killing and invading hundreds of thousands of people, and we're still victims, and we're still threatened by Muslim and Islamic terrorism, where gun violence claimed 375,000 people in the last 11, 12 years. So it's obviously we are very bad. We're not just racist or bigots. We are very bad on men. We all hear about what's going on in Israel, the killing, the stabbing, going on in East Jerusalem, occupied territory, and everybody's blaming the Palestinian, young Palestinian. Is it the third intifada? Is it intifada really? And obviously Abbas and his cronies is losing his mask and can't even control Ramallah. He's so happy that he raised a flag in the United Nations, can't even raise a flag in his own town. So Israel is portraying as a victim of the angry Palestinians. New York Times was talking about how the life of Israelis under this, what we call Third Intifada, and the people are really afraid. People are trying to protect themselves, and people are really, they even have a story that one Israeli was protecting himself by a Salafi stick. With how cute that is when the New York Salafi stick. No mention of occupation, no mention of the killing of this young Palestinian that was playing for his life, drowning in his own blood, surrounded by mobs, cursing him, Arab, dirty Arab, die you son of a whatever, all Arabs are terrorists. This is really disheartening when we are focusing so much on the atrocity committed by the Islamic State, not enough on the atrocity committed by the Jewish state. You all hear about Target debacle here, and I think in California, one of the super Target there, and all of a sudden the public speaker system start playing a porno song that people are familiar with, that's full of cursing and racist phrases, racist comments, and just the shopper didn't know what to do, what to make out of it. Kids were crying, people were covering their ears, staff were running everywhere. And this goes on for minutes. I think they said 10, 15 minutes. And Target could not deal with it. And it seems like this is the price and the cost of cheap price that we pay when we go to places like Target. Just getting personal a little bit, my nephew, he was 18, now he's 20 years old, or 21, almost 3 years in detention, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, kidnapped, detained by Sisi's militia security, and hasn't been really released or sentenced, or hasn't even been a trial. His trial been renewed almost more than 25 times. Every time is 45 minutes. Every time his family go and to visit him, it take a half a day and keep changing things. They keep changing the court, changing the judge, playing with the lawyers, so nobody can catch them. It's like a game. It's like a kid's game, childish. So my nephew and more than 40,000 people like him been detained in Egypt since Sisi came to power, and no trial, no sentence, and they are in limbo. Journalists been jailed. Yesterday there was, 10 people were sentenced to death sentence, mass execution. And the people talk about the Sisi is, going to bring moderate Islam to the area. The Sisi is the biggest recruiter of extremism and Islamist jihadists because of the way he handled his affair in Egypt, shutting down oppositions, putting people in jail, politicizing the justice system, media propaganda, hysteria, opening a trench 20 miles, and people come celebrating as if it was just building another pyramid, promising a new capital, billions of dollars wasted, taking the subsidies on most of the products, and we're giving subsidies to the rich. The Sisi is they couldn't even manage having a soccer match between the top teams, Al Ahly and Zamalek, and they have it in a different country. He's going to manage Egypt and manage election and manage Egypt out of this crisis. The supporters that tolerate his atrocities say, well, at least we're not like Syria. Yes, Egypt is not Syria, but Sisi becoming like Bashar. Shah. That's the problem. The Egyptian ambassador, Mr. Tawfiq, was here last month, and I met with him. I was very cordial, and I asked him about those thousands of people who are detained and no sentence and all of that. And we say, well, everybody has a, it's a party line, and everybody is cannot be in jail or detained without a trial or without being accused of a crime. And my nephew was not until today. That's a case I know, and I know thousands of them. All the crime they commit, they just disagree, or they protested, they express their displeasure or disagreement with the system. That's what January 25th revolution is all about. Standing for the tyrant, standing for justice. And this is not happening in Egypt. Okay, let's go to the lighter. Let's have some drinks first. It's all halal. Just got somebody who follow our show, and it's just kind of her. She is nice. We don't know her that well, but she said, you have a nice smile, and you need to smile more. So I'm smiling more in this next piece, just for our audience pleasure, and just tell us what to do. We are here for you. As I walk into this building, the studio this morning, I found a gallery there downstairs, and I found, some looks like people familiar to me, and Muslims, and I found out the gallery, it's a photo gallery of Muslim in Minnesota. Beautiful gallery, beautiful pictures. And those are Muslims, they call them the Muslim track in the snow, Minnesota snow. That's very cute. And I'm looking through all these pictures, and I think this project is funded by Minnesota Historical Society and also Islamic Resource Group. And I'm looking all this gallery, and I'm looking for my pictures. I'm a Muslim, and I've been in Minnesota for 30 years. A lot of people don't know I'm famous. They didn't see myself. So I was a little bit disappointed. Nobody called me. Nobody contacted me and wants me to be there. So I'm not a Muslim anymore, or what? Come on, you guys. We've been working for almost 20 years, try to be the voice of Muslim and Arab in Minnesota. And I don't have a picture downstairs. What would I do now? I come here every week. Still, I don't have a picture with that photo. I like to, commend the people who was behind this project, just putting Muslims in a different context. People are professional, people are housewives, running their business. It's a beautiful gallery, and I don't want to spoil it. I was just joking. Okay. I know you might notice I've been kind of longing and prolonging this intro because our guest is really was a great story here that I just found out about last week. He talking about the trend of Somali truckers. A lot of Somali. They say 200, 300 Somali work in a trucking business, which is something really has not been explored by immigrants, especially Arab and Muslims. Driving a taxi, open restaurants, so on and so forth when they come here. But driving a trucks, it is a huge leap and a different lifestyle, different culture, different. It's a kind of a subculture that the trucker lives in, and they have their own stops, they have their own culture, they have their own radio station, they have their own communications. And here we have 200, 300 Somali in the midst of all that. And we're going to do a story about the Somali truckers in Minnesota. And not only that, out of those 300 people, there are 50 Somali women that are driving trucks right now. And their lives as Muslim, Somali, American women driving trucks on the road for days, that would be very interesting to follow. Here is I'm smiling here. And we're going to do a story with some of those Somali, and we're going to tell the story as they're doing it. We're going to travel with them and see how their life look like, and what they like about it, how they enjoy it, and how being a woman and a Muslim and a Somali play it in that. And check our website on YouTube, YouTube/Ahmedia TV. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Ahmedia TV. Check our blogs and Notes from America, ahmediatv.com. You can get our latest news, latest shows. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and our website. We'll see you next week. Assalamu alaikum, and God bless you all. There is a smile.